Been without a phone 2 weeks, hasn't rung a bell. What I'd like to show off right now is number 5, how we can do the basic for 5. We go by squares. Now remember, I'm not a mathematician, I'm not a science expert. In fact, my high school leaving was less than average. And when I say less than average, I passed school, right? But my average was less than 40%. I didn't get through gym because the newspaper and the sports section didn't add up, although I picked a few races back then. Won't talk about today, right? That's how I got through school. When the teacher looked at him and I looked at the teacher, my mother would come to me and she would say, you know as much as the teachers. I go, Ma, I must know more than the teachers. If we have a difference between me and you, then you know more of what I don't know, and I know more of what you don't know. Otherwise, we know the same thing. We may as well go make friends elsewhere, right? Or the friends that we do make, we're going to be back to back because we know we can trust each other's end. This is what I want to show you. Besides the circle, right? If you run a 7/8 racetrack, you start over here, you go straight, you make 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times, and you're around. When you make a 5/8 racetrack, you start from here and you run 6 corners to go around, just to show you the basics. If we want to add up and understand the 3 worlds, 7, 1, and 13, or 7, 10, and 13, and where 10 equals to 7, again, where 13 now equals to 4. The middle of 7 is 4. 7, 10, 13, 7, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31. The average between these two will be 19, 38, 57. The average between these two will be 28, 56, 84, Pluto. 57, the moon. The average between these two is 30, creation. But this becomes a 6, giving us the light, giving us 48, which is half space. 4 and 8 is 12, reverse 84 back to Pluto once more time. 4 by 7, 28 equals towards the cycle. 28, 19, 28, the rotation of magic square. 47 is now 57 because 5 by 7 is 35 and 5 plus 7 is 12 and 35. 35 is the electric company, is the heart of everything. It is the rotation. It never moves. It always stays in the same axis or goes around the same center. 25 and 13 is 38. 31 and 7 is 38 plus 60, 98, the high sky. Because anything below will get a 6. Anything above will get a 6 or below. 7, 1, 4. 7 is 13 is 4. 1 becomes 7. Becomes 13, becomes 4. 4 becomes 10, becomes 7. Because if you're running with zeros, 0 turns everything around. Now we're going to run here. 1, 2, 4, 5. 4, 5 is the sun. 1, 2 is the connected sun. 1 light through 2 equals to 5, 4. But the reality is 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 6 is equal to 5 because they use the same center. Whether one uses the back side and the other uses the front side, it doesn't matter. If we run through the center is shared all around. If we run through the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's equal to 1, 2, 3 the same, 1, 2, 3 the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 2, 1, 2. This one is 2, 1, 2, but runs the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, connecting 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, connecting 6. 5, 6. 6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5 is 7, 3, 3, 7. Nibiru's number inside the sun of the high creation, because 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 equals to 77, and 1 and 2 and 89 equals to 10, 10 and 12. Plus 1 equals to 13, 1 and 3 equals to 4. 5 and 4 equals to the sun. 7 and 5, General Electric Company, equaling to the moon. 45 and 21 equals 66. 21 and 54 equals 75. 12 and 54 equal to 66. 12 and 45 equals to 57, equaling to the moon. 6 and 6 is equaling to the Passover between the two. The moon is almost like not where it is. It's almost like a doorway. According to the relationship to numbers in games people play, the moon doesn't have the same reality otherwise than what numbers connect. 31 goes to 16, goes over to 13. 29 is the birth. Inside 37, the second son of Nibiru. 29, 37, 66, bringing us back to the heart of numbers. Now, obviously, this is only 1D. I have to flip the 5 onto the other side, put them face to face, and we'll have 4 spaces here. but I'll have 2 back sides over here, 3 running boards, 3 here and 3 here. I'm going to do a design on this and then put it up on my Google page like I do with many other designs that I end up not putting up. Just to speak one more, if you've ever heard of a rhapsody, or how about Ra, Phi, or Psi? Have you ever seen 222 Shavurim? Torah reading, blowing the shofar, 222 means 222, 1 circle, 2 circles, 3 circles, equaling to 8, 8, and east-west 8. Remember, angle, accent aigu, the French say, accent grave. Know that one splits everything and will create other letters and numbers. I will not speak of them right now, but 2 and 5 are the same, 3 and E are the same, 4, J and H are all the same, B is equal to 13, 1 and 2 is equal to the letter R. 1 and 2, 2 is equal to 5. So if 1 and 2 is R and 2 is 5, that means one spirit runs through 5. One more thing I wanted to speak of is it's the V letter, and here is the 5 letter. V is for 4, and 5 is for 5, 4, 5 equaling to the sun. There is one more number in here. I don't remember what it was. Let's not talk about the yodel. I don't know where that came from, but I know it fits in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, meaning the 1 is in the corner, or do we put 3 in the corner? Because it is the corner of 2 sides. And remember, this block touches 2 blocks. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. There was something else in here I wanted to speak. Can I take a look at this for a second? Flight of the Phoenix, because the Phoenix, I'm jumping all over. I know I have to do this so I don't forget. Inside of pi, Nobi, Nibiru or Nobi, 9 and 2, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 9 and 2, Nairobi, okay, which is out of Africa, which is the same numbers as inside Nibiru, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 9. Pi, Phoenix, 9, 11, no phone in 9. Maybe the receiver has not been picked up. But there was something else about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is in the center, 7 is on the other side. Okay, so it's 5 or 7 to the other side because 6, 6 brings you into the center. Yes, that's what it is. I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here and 5 is here. What is the spirit of 55? 6, 6, 6 right over here. And this ends up to be 1, 2, 3 in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3, 5 electric company. Between the 2 sides, we rotate over 1 core. 2 different ends rotating on 1 core. Therefore, you go to England, the phone, the dial goes down this way, but on the other side, it's the other way. It's an obligation. This place has been created and recreated. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I have one more? I have one more, and I'm going to show you part of it. And just in case I forget to do it, one of them is the multiplication scale, okay, and where 13 and 13 will equal to 195, which is AE and I, and this is what covers the Aleph letter, okay. 10, 10 equals to 120, which is the gateway. 10 times 10 equals to 100. 100 Celsius is 212 Fahrenheit, and it's 212 according to the same design I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1111 is equal to 163 and the DC power, 363, and that is 1/3 of the days in the year. We don't count the rest of the days because 363, we have 365.25, but I'd like to equal it out at 365 or 366 and base it all up at 360 degrees, saying that this one has automatically more. We only count the space we're in, but if we count the space we're in, we're like this. I need a little bit of room. Multiply it by 3. Above and below. I need room for below, I need room for above, I need room for the center. 15 times 15 is 225, and 5776 equals to 6001. It's exactly where we are in 255's birth of 9. Where do I get this? 1 is 1. 1, 2, 1, 4. 1, 4, 4, 9. 1, 6, 9, 6. This is your Monopoly board, 13 by 13. 289, okay, 17 by 17. I'm going to keep this running a little bit longer. In fact, we just passed 928 when I went up to get that. But I have this license plate here, and then I have that license plate here, and then I have that license. I changed cars 3 different times, and you know, nowadays you can say, yeah, you got it on your own, right? But I didn't. I had to go out and work for these. They came to me. everyone with a different story. Seven months. Another thing I wanted to mention, that when you said, well, where do you get 174, 147? Well, 147's on the calculator. 1 month, 7 months, 4 months, and 1 month. These are the days of the year. 1 of 28, 4 of 30, 7 of 31, 217, 120 is 337. Creation inside the gateway. 365 days a year. Halloween, the Hebrew calendar, Monopoly, 384 days, the extended Hebrew year. The extensions of the months. If we wanted to run 36 days in every single month, why 36 days? Because every time you get to 30 creation, it ends up to be 36, right? So that means there were 4 months. All the months of 30 days are actually 36 days. 3 days before and 3 days after. So if we put 6 days, that would mean May 6th is the actual reconnect to the month of April. If we go to July 6th, it's the reconnect to June. July is the same, July, right, reconnect to June of 30 days. If we go to September, October 6th is the reconnect, right? Well, guess what? When you touch October, reconnect 6, that means you only can go to 5. 3 and 5 is electric company, and 3 and 5, if you look up, I found it. Maybe you won't find it. Maybe I don't know my story. Maybe I just woke up from a big dream. But they say the unluckiest days for the Mayans are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reconnect. So we have all these numbers, okay? 17 and 17, 289 and 34 equals to that number. 18 and 18, 360, 19 and 19, creation of 9, 20 by 20, 440 becomes 446, which is 464, 23, 23, 23, 23 is actually 11, 11. BC, communication within 2, Raphael 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.